Hey, what's up guys, it's James here and welcome to the second part of this free training series. So in this part of the free training, I'm going to be showing you how to create your content and structure it in such a way that you get optimal performance when you post your videos onto your YouTube channel and get maximum amount of views. Now, before we begin, I just want to quickly touch on something because I think it's important to clarify this, and that is you can use this series formula on absolutely anything you want. So you're not just restricted to making a how-to series or a tutorial series. You can use this on any kind of topic you want. So for example, you could use this series formula on a documentary series, or you could use this on to do an expose series on someone or something, or you could make an entertainment series. The point I'm trying to drive home is that you're not just restricted to making how-to videos. You can use this on absolutely anything you want. So the first thing that we need to do is to find a topic and create the videos. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I created my last series. So when I was coming up with a topic, I decided to go with SEO, which is search engine optimization. And then I had to create all the video topics. So what I did, I planned it all out, and I walked myself throughout the entire process if I was going to do this from start to finish. So I thought the first thing that people need to do is to get a domain that's SEO friendly for their website, and then I would have to show them how to set up the hosting. And then once we've set up the hosting and installed WordPress, then I would show them how to set up and optimize WordPress, and then I would show them how to speed up WordPress, and then how to do the keyword research for their first post, and so on and so on and so on. Now, there's one thing that I want you to take away from this, and that is that each video, each one of these, is basically a complete self-contained topic upon itself. So I can literally rank these videos, which I'm going to be showing you how to rank these videos in the next part of this free training series. And when people find these in the search results, or they start to appear on the YouTube homepage, it's a self-contained topic and it's going to answer all their questions. So people who are looking on how to get a domain with a high authority, they're going to find this video, and then it's going to recommend, well, I'll show you how to set up your hosting afterwards. So it's going to take them further down the rabbit hole. So each video has to be a self-contained topic within the series itself, because then that's going to deliver satisfaction to your viewers. So what I want you to do is to basically structure your content, choose what you want to cover, and then plan out the videos and make sure that each video is a self-contained topic, as in like each video it has its own start, middle and end, and that's going to really satisfy the viewers when they stumble across your content in the search results or on the YouTube homepage or in the YouTube suggested video section, and then they can continue watching more of the series if they enjoyed the current video. Now, if you want an example of this, what I recommend that you do is to visit my YouTube channel, and at the time of making this video you'll be able to find the last series that I created right at the top of my channel. Now, there's one important thing that I want to point out which I think will help you out massively, and that is I did not call this series anything to do with SEO. In fact, I called it How to Make $300 a Day Online from Start to Finish, Complete Step-by-Step Training Series. And the reason why I called it that is because more people want to make money online than there is people who want to learn SEO. Because what happens is generally everyone wants to make money online, and then after a few months of research they all go into different aspects of marketing. So some pursue email marketing, some pursue CPA marketing, some go down affiliate marketing, and then some will go down the SEO route of making money online. So that's why I called it that and had nothing to do with SEO whatsoever, because it gives this training series a more mass appeal, and a lot more people will go through the series as a result. So you've got to keep that in mind when you're naming your series as well. Now, the next thing that we've got to do is to create the videos for our series. Now, the way I see it, there's 3 formats that you can go with, and you've got to find the best one or the best combinations that's going to help you convey the information in your series. So the first one is screen capture, and this is personally my favorite. And the reason for that is because 99% of the time what I do for my channel is basically teaching people how to do things on their computers, and screen capture is absolutely amazing for that. In fact, the next video onwards in my series are all going to be screen capture, so you're going to get an awesome example when you go to the next part in this series. So if you want to literally baby step and walk people step by step throughout an entire process on their computers, screen capture's the best one for that. Now, the software that I use is called Camtasia. It is very expensive, but you can get a free 30-day trial, so you can use it free completely for 30 days and then make your money and then buy the software. Another alternative is to simply go to Google and then do a search for Camtasia free alternatives, and you should find tons and tons of screen capture software that you can use instead. That said, Camtasia is considered to be the best in the industry. Now, the second one is PowerPoint, and that's what I'm doing right now in this part in the series. And PowerPoint is brilliant if you don't want to go as detailed and you just want to give an overview of what you're trying to convey in your video. Now, what's really cool about PowerPoint presentations is that we all have free PowerPoint presentation softwares on our computers, regardless if you're using Mac or Windows. So you can get up and running today for free with PowerPoint. The third one is live video. Now, the thing is with live video, for me personally, it's a lot more to set up. So I have to get the tripod out, I have to get the video set up and optimized, I have to get the lighting right. But the best thing about video is that it really helps to build rapport, because I think when people can see your face, it helps people to trust you and it makes you more transparent. So you get people to trust you more and build a stronger relationship with them without ever asking them to do that. So that's really cool with video if you're going to do a live video. Now, you don't have to use just one format. In fact, you can use multiple formats, not just in your series, but in one video. If you look at this video, for example, I'll be using multiple formats. And in 99% of my videos, I use multiple formats as well. So generally, for the intro, I will have a PowerPoint presentation, and that really helps me to break down what they'll be getting and how it will benefit them. Then the main content itself is going to be screen capture, because screen capture is the best suited for my particular type of videos and my industry on the whole, because I like to walk people step by step throughout the entire process on how to do something on their computer. And then the outro is basically me doing a live video, and like I said earlier, live video is absolutely brilliant for building rapport, and it's also good for doing calls to action. And if you're doing a series of videos, you really want to be telling people what they need to do next after watching your video, because you want them to watch the next part in the series, because it's all about boosting that watch time, and that's what you should be doing too. So when you're creating a video, don't feel like you have to be restricted to one format of video. You can use as many ones and use the best ones that help you convey the information for your particular videos in your series. So you're probably wondering, what do you say in these videos, or how do you structure them? Well, this is really important, because if you do this right, it will boost your watch time massively. And if you remember in the previous part in this free training series, watch time is one of the most important metrics that you need to care about, because when you get a high watch time, YouTube is going to turn around and reward you and your videos with higher rankings in the YouTube search results and they're going to promote your videos a lot more on the YouTube homepage and in the YouTube suggested video section, which is going to drive tons and tons more views. So this is going to be a quick breakdown how I structure my videos that really help to boost watch time. So first up, there's the intro, and in the intro I quickly welcome people. I don't mess around with this. I just get it over and done with and say, hey, what's up guys, my name's James Scholes and thanks for taking the time to get to watch this video. And then I quickly jump into what they're going to get and how it's going to benefit them. And not only do I just tell them, but I literally pre-sell them into watching it. I try to get them pumped up and excited about it so it keeps them watching the video. So don't just tell them, sell it to them, get them pumped up, get them excited. And then I get into the main content itself, and what I do with the content, I try to be as concise and I deliver it as quickly as possible. If you do this and if you find your videos are getting really short, don't pad out your content, because people will stop watching if you pad out your content. Instead, enrich your content, give more value in your content, and people will reward you with higher watch times. And if you can, end on a cliffhanger, so it can end abruptly, or you end on something dramatic like a soap opera or like a TV drama or something like that. What I do, I just end it very abruptly and I instantly go into my outro, and I straight away get into thanking people to watch. Then I ask them to like and subscribe if they've enjoyed this content and if they want to be notified for future videos. And you will be amazed by the amount of people who actually like and subscribe your videos when you just actually ask them to do that. But always make sure to root the reason. So when I ask people to like the video and subscribe, I always turn around and say, like the video if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to be notified for my future videos as well. So always root the reason why you want them to do that instead of just blatantly asking them. And then what I like to do, I like to warm them up for the next part in the series. And when you do this, people are much more likely to click the link and go and watch the next part in your series. So they go and actually click the link and watch the next part, which is going to once again boost your watch time and increase your rankings and get YouTube to promote your videos even more on the YouTube homepage and in the YouTube suggested video section. Now, another way of boosting your watch time is to constantly tell people that this is part of an entire series. And if you watch any of my videos in any of my series, you'll hear me passively bringing this up all the time. But it's not done in a pushy or forceful or obnoxious way. I only bring it up when it's relevant, but I try to make it as relevant as much as possible. And when you do this, once again, it's going to massively boost your watch time. So in the intro, for example, I will always say welcome back to this series, and then I'll say in this part of the series you'll see how to, and then I could also reference the previous part and say something along the lines of in the previous part of the series we spoke about. And then once we go into the main content, I'll say something like, we'll be touching on that later on the series. So I may reference something in a later part of the series and assure people that I will be touching on that and showing them how to do that later on in the series. And I'll also say things like, which we've touched on previously, so I could be referring to a previous part in the series that I've created. And then in the outro I'll say thanks for watching this part in the series. I'll also say leave your questions below regarding this part of this series, and I'll also say in the next part in this series you'll see how to. So I'm constantly hammering home the point that this, what they're watching, is only a tiny part of the bigger picture, and I want them to keep watching the series. So you need to do that. Don't be too pushy or too obnoxious about it. Just bring it up when relevant, but that in itself will constantly remind people that this is part of a bigger series, and it will help to improve your watch time, and once again that will help with rankings and getting YouTube to promote your videos. Another tip that I want to give you is to make your videos longer than your competitors. So what you want to do is go check the search results for the keyword that you want to rank for. And don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do your keyword research in the next part in this free training series. So once you've got your keyword, you can go check the search results. And for this example, you can see here that the top ranking video is 29 minutes long. And my video is here, which is 17 minutes long. So I should have really done a 30-minute long video. Now, it's not because videos that are longer perform better in YouTube. It's because longer videos get on average higher watch time than shorter videos. For example, if a video is just 1 minute long, it will never ever get more than 1 minute watch time. However, if a video is 30 minutes long, and providing it's an engaging video that delivers really good information in there or entertainment, then it can potentially get 29 minutes of watch time. And YouTube, like I said before, will reward videos that keep people on the YouTube platform the longest. So it's really important to keep your videos longer than your competitors. And another thing as well, you don't want to pad out your content. You should always instead enrich content. So you're probably thinking, how can I enrich content instead of padding it out? Well, if you want to enrich content, what I do generally is to go really detailed with certain things, and that will naturally enrich the content. And you can just add more subjects in there as well and cover more things in your videos as well. But never ever pad out your videos, because if you do that, what will happen? People will see through it and then they will stop watching your videos, and that will hurt your watch time, and that's the last thing that you want to happen. So always enrich content instead of padding out content. Another thing that you need to do is to make it super easy for people to keep watching your videos. Thankfully, there's numerous ways that you can do this. So for starters, you can have a pinned comment, and what I recommend that you do is to have a link to the next video in the series, and then have a link to the entire playlist series as well. And I generally find people who go to the playlist end up watching the entire series of videos. So that's going to be really important. So pin a comment with links to the next video in the series and the entire playlist series as well. Another thing that you can do, which I mentioned previously in this video, is that you want to have an end card at the outro of your video. And as you can see, not only am I doing a strong call to action telling people to click it so they can watch the next part in the series, but I have a white box around it, I have big red arrows, and I literally have text telling people to click on it to get the next part in the series as well. And you can also have videos in the side of your videos as well. So whenever you reference a video in the series, you can link to it like that as well. So yeah, make it super easy for people to keep watching your videos, because if there's one thing I found with 14 years of marketing online, and that is if you make it somewhat difficult, mildly difficult for your viewers, they will give up and opt for the next easiest option instead, which will basically mean watching somebody else's video, and you don't want that. You want to keep people watching your videos. One thing that you should be doing as well is boosting the engagement rate of your videos, and one great way of doing that is to get people to subscribe to your channel while watching your videos. Now, this is a really cool way of doing it, because you won't have to constantly ask people to do it and pester them to subscribe to your channel, and that is using pop-ups and transitions as well. So you may have seen already the pop-up that I've used, and I will say this, the pop-up is okay, but if I wanted to improve the pop-up, I would give a motivation and a reason why they should subscribe. So if you look at the pop-up here, it just says subscribe to our YouTube channel. But if I wanted to improve it, I would say subscribe to my YouTube channel to be notified for my future free marketing training. So you should really give a motivation, a reason why they should subscribe. And that's something that I'm going to work on, but I'm going to tell you that so you can improve that and do better with your pop-ups. Another thing that you should be doing is having a pop-up and a call to action to subscribe in your transitions. Now, I haven't used a transition in this video, but you'll see in the next video in this free series, I'll be using these step-by-step transitions, and you'll see the pop-up appear. And that's a great way because that's dead space, so I'm monetizing it with a call to action to get people to subscribe while they're waiting for the next step as well. Another way of boosting engagement rate for your videos is to get people to leave a comment about the video, and there's a few ways you can do this. One way is to ask a question at the end of the video, or you can ask for feedback or their opinions or their critique on something. What I like to do at the end of my videos, I turn around and say, if you've got any questions whatsoever about what's happened in this video, leave them down below and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions and things like that. And I tend to find that works great for what I do, for the industry that I'm in. So try and get people to engage and leave a comment, which is going to further boost your watch time and help with the rankings and getting YouTube to promote your video on their homepage and in the suggested video section as well.
Hey guys, it's James here, and a massive thank you for watching this part of the training. Now, if you've got any questions about what was taught in this particular part of the method, then please leave a question down below and I will get back to you personally and answer your question for you. I'm always here to help, because I want to help you get the results that you're after. Now, if you enjoyed the video, I would super appreciate it if you hit the like button. Plus, if you want to be notified when I'm posting on this YouTube channel, my future training, then hit subscribe and give that bell a good old ding as well. Now, if you're ready for the next part of the training, there should be a thumbnail that will magically appear somewhere. Give that a good old click and you'll be instantly redirected to the next part of the free training in this series. Now, if that's not there for whatever reason, then don't worry, I've got your back covered. I've got some more free training in the description box, and it's basically a method on how to make money online using free methods, and it's 100% free to access. But that said, I would recommend to go through this series first, and once you've completed this series of training, then I would go and check out this other free course that I've got for you. That said and done, whichever path you choose, I'll see you in the next part of the training. See you there.